If you ever, like, have you ever actually seen the picture of him in Ice-T though? Because like, oh. I saw that shit. Oh no. There's a picture of OD and Ice-T, I think on his Facebook. I think they're related. I think they're like cousins or some shit. Oh, the fucking resemblance is fucking uncanny. He's like, I don't know, he's like Ice-T, the light tea version. Kind of like, you know, like the diet Ice-T. It's just funny as fuck, dude. Like, I saw the two of them in that picture together. I was like, really? Really? He clubs a bitch over the head, truck, grabs her and fucking wheels her off. I think it's a good look, I guess, bringing other people from other leagues to come battle. It's nice to get fresh faces out here. I will say that I think that the way that a lot of this shit gets handled is kind of iffy. I mean, we still haven't seen Fats versus Philly Swain yet, and a lot of people are looking for that. I'm not sure. You know what? It's really hard for me to comment because I don't know the full story behind everything. I will say that both parties are always capable of miscommunicating, so I don't think it's always one person's fault to blame. So in particular, the current situation I think right now is the Artisan T-Rex footage, and I think Seneca or Battle America is putting up blogs, and I know OD just recently put up one, and there's like the debate going on between who is at fault. You know what? I'm sure that both parties are probably in some way at fault. You know, for anybody that's watching right now that's like, fuck Seneca or fuck OD, you know what? I'm sure both of them are capable of fucking some shit up. You know, I'm sure OD probably miscommunicated some shit over here, and Seneca probably miscommunicated some shit over here. I'm sure Seneca is probably more partial to like T-Rex and all the people that he, you know, they had come out. I know, like, you can look at a lot of battle footage and you'll see it's not Seneca, but that other guy from Battle America that's always there. I don't know his name, and I apologize, but he's always like standing behind T-Rex. Like, he stood behind T-Rex at his No Coast battle when he battled G-Soldier. So you can kind of tell that Seneca and them are a little bit more partial to T-Rex and like his camp, and that's whatever, that's fine. Alternatively, I'm sure OD is probably partial to his Vegas cats. You know, like he's a staunch supporter of fucking Artisan. You know, and I'm sure that they feel like, you know, whatever the issue is with the timekeeping, or if they feel like Rex is getting jerked or whatever. If Rex said let him rap, then let him rap. But the main thing of importance here to remember is that if there's not a contract that's signed, then shut the fuck up. Like, that's it. There's no it doesn't matter if you paid somebody money. If there's no fucking legal binding contract, then shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter if you went over the time limit. If somebody said rap over the time limit, well, guess what? There's no fucking signed contract, so it doesn't matter. You can't go to court over it. You fucking rapped, and that's it. Put the footage out. Who gives a shit? In this day and age, the way the battling works, it doesn't matter who wins or loses. Most people don't even go into battles to be the clear-cut winner, because now most battles are fucking promo bullshit anyway. Nobody wants to do judged battles anymore because everybody's fucking afraid of the outcome, and because they think that every judge is going to fuck them. And, you know, people don't want to put, I don't know what it is, they don't want to put their balls on the line, they don't want to put their egos on the line. You know, when it comes to battling for money, people are like, oh, I want to battle for money, but I want it to be promo. Well, then how the fuck do you expect somebody to get the money? You know what I mean? So, between Rex and Artisan, I don't think there's a clear-cut winner. People are going to say Artie won, people are going to say Rex won. It doesn't fucking matter. It was just a good battle, so put that shit online for the full effect. I mean, really, like, I mean, if Seneca posted on his channel, he's going to make a fucking shitload of money off YouTube views. If OD does it, he's going to make a shitload of money off of his YouTube views. That's all that fucking matters. Like, come on. People talk about doing this shit for hip-hop. You know, at the same time, you're doing it for fucking money. You were doing it for money. Let's be realistic. The people that are doing it for hip-hop are the people that are fucking battling for free. I'm going to pause there for a second. Doing it for free. That's some hip-hop shit. Like, doing a fucking show and not getting paid jack shit. You know who's fucking hip-hop as shit? B1 is fucking hip-hop as shit. That dude sets up his stages, he brings his own fucking sound equipment, he brings fucking microphones, he pulls money out of his pocket, he'll host shows at his fucking house if it falls through. That's some hip-hop shit. You know what's not hip-hop is fucking people bitching and not putting footage online. Bam.
Boom.
Boom. True fam. When I assault young children, which I do this often, shoutouts to Nightbreed, by the way, I don't Stone Cold Stunner Babies. I generally tend to
Sweet Chin Music.
It's like you're a fucking mind reader, dude. Yeah, I you know what? The Sweet Chin Music is my, you know, get the baby all nice and primed up, you know, tune up the band, as JR used to say, and then just, you know, clap the Sweet Chin Music really quick, and it's over and it's done with, you know. He was asking for the battle for a while, not because I'm any like high profile, you know, competitor or anything, or opponent or whatever the case may be. I think he just kind of set his sights on me and decided that was what he wanted to do. And I think I mean, I could be wrong, but I think he prepared a lot, spent more time preparing on it than I did, because it shows in his performance, the way, because he came out, he like asked to go first, and he came out the gate just really fucking hard. So I think he was really prepared, and I don't think it was just me. I think he wanted to use it kind of as a stepping stone to say, I'm gonna go further, and I'm not gonna be the same battler that a lot of people think that I am. In my, you know, for me, preparation, the way that it went, I kind of do as I always do. I procrastinated a lot. You know, came up with some shit that I just thought was funny and tried to build on it from there. I made the fatal mistake of clowning on him for choking. That is, you know, that does cause the ever important curse to continue. So I am a recipient of such. How do I think I did? I think I did okay. I think I did good. A lot of shit went over that I was surprised that went over. The ring joke. The fact that went over as well as it did surprised the fuck out of me. I really wasn't expecting that. But yeah, no, you know what? The crowd was reacted really well to almost everything, and barring the obvious choke that took place that people talk about, I think you know, all things considered, I think I did a pretty good job. I mean, I spent maybe the last 2 days before the battle trying to prepare, and then really my last minute preparations happened the day of, which seems to happen to me quite a bit. But that's, you know, that's nothing against conflict or anything like that. And as far as like the preparation process goes, you know, if people are wondering what it is that I do, I don't do anything amazing. You know, I just think of some shit that's kind of funny in my head, and then I just go with it. I tend to find that when it comes to battling, I don't really try that much with people, and that's not like an arrogant comment to make. It's not that I don't care. It's meant as no form of disrespect to anybody that I've battled in the past, so it's nothing like that. I don't think you're beneath me. I don't think anybody's beneath me at all when I battle them. It's just a matter of like how I approach the creative process and how harsh I am on myself when I put my mind towards something. So normally I don't want to stress myself out about doing creative shit, so I just tend to not. I tend to just put it off, and then it ends up showing. I usually put like maybe 10% into most of my stuff. And I tell people quite often that if I were to maybe put 100% into battling, I mean, I don't know. People like the stuff that I do now. I would hope that if I tried a lot harder, maybe it would be funnier, or maybe it'd be more well received. I don't know. Maybe I would not rap like a shithead. No idea. So, but the battle was fucking fantastic. I think that more so than me, if you look at it from like Conflict's perspective, it really shows his growth and evolution kind of as a performer, because he's gone on to battle, I think, Theory and AB Hoggish since then. And AB Hoggish was a bigger opponent for him, and he just fucking slaughtered him. And that level of polish that he's got since he battled me has been really consistent. I'm not saying that I'm the person that sparked that in him, or I fucking did anything amazing, but since he battled me, his performance level has just shot through the fucking roof. So, I mean, kudos to him for doing everything that he's done. Do I own any blow-up dolls? I don't own any blow-up dolls. I don't think of some of the other shit that he said to me.
Laura
you know what was
Croft?
dope? What was dope that he said was when he commented on my 2 tattoos. Because I had just gotten the tattoo that night, and he was like, "It's SpongeBob and they don't run off." Like, yeah, okay. Most of my gaming is done on PC. I do play the console, you know, occasionally, a little bit of Xbox Live, but it's funny because I get hit up by people on Facebook all the time, like people that are like fans of the battles and shit, and they're always like, "Yo, Refractor, what's your Xbox Live? What's your Xbox Live?" And it's like, it's not that I don't enjoy Xbox, but when it comes to like gaming competitively, I don't really fuck with the Xbox that much. Most of my shit is done on the PC. Like, I don't play fucking first-person shooters on the Xbox. Straight up, if you do, you're a faggot. Like, sorry. If you think you're good at Call of Duty on the fucking Xbox, you're the fucking man. Like, congratulations. That's like being a track star in the Special Olympics. the mysterious 2-on-2 that never happened. Okay, so Pop and I battled back in like February of last year, and as everybody knows, he completely flatlined me, as he said that he was going to do. But the night of the battle, he actually came up to me and he was like, "Hey, what's up? Pop culture, you know, don't take anything seriously that I said in that interview. It's all good." I was like, "Oh, it's battling. I don't give a shit." And he and I were just kicking it, and I don't remember who was battling, but I think he and I were both on some roasting session shit that night, because I was clowning on Jakasso, and people still talk about that to this day because people were just fucking laughing. And so Pop and I think we were like freestyling some lines, some jokes off the head, and it was just funny as fuck. And then somebody made a joke about us 2-on-2. It became this big ass thing. Anyway, tried to get a 2-on-2 for the longest time. DJ Penn from California, who some people might be familiar with. If not, check out his battles. In AHAT's battled in Grind Time too, I believe. Penn said that he would do it because Penn will battle fucking anybody. And originally, Penn was going to come out with Lex Diamond. I think he goes by Lex D now. He's also battled in Grind Time before. We were going to 2-on-2. Pop and I had a bunch of shit ready to go. It was fucking hilarious. I can't even begin to quantify. I mean, like, Pop and I were sitting there working on shit in public places and had people just stopping, listening, and laughing at our shit. So that's how we knew it was good. I set that shit up myself. You know, no disrespect to like Streets or OD, because they set up a lot of fucking battles. They get into contact with a lot of people. I did that shit myself and worked really hard to get that 2-on-2. They were gonna come out. You know, we had everything set up. This was supposed to be like a big main event portion. The whole double homicide shit, that started because I called OD and was like, we want to do me and Pop versus Penn and Lex Diamond. And OD was like, oh, we're gonna, you know, first 2-on-2, it'll be the main event. We're gonna do like double homicide type shit. It started from that. And then he changed the date. And I'm not sure why, what happened, you know, what have you. But some circumstances happened. The event got changed. And Penn couldn't come out because when Penn comes out here, he comes out here like, and he has to work like the next day, generally. I think the event was supposed to be on a Sunday, so he was gonna have to drive back that night and go back to work. So he couldn't make it when they changed the date, and so it fell through. And I was super fucking irritated. And I think that's partially why I had been a little bit reluctant to jump into another battle, because I'm just tired of shit that I try to do falling through, or the footage doesn't show up online, or whatever the fucking case may be. That shit just irritates the hell out of me. And again, like, no disrespect meant to anybody. I understand that circumstances happen, but at that moment, when something doesn't fall through that I worked really hard on, it's just kind of frustrating to deal with. So that's the 2-on-2 that never happened. But it was really close, and had it happened, it would have been pretty fucking hilarious. Donnie and White Cheddar had a fucking fantastic performance when they battled Aries and Penn, and I loved watching that shit, and it was hilarious. But what Pop and I had planned was an entirely different dynamic, and I think it would have just been fucking hilarious. Miles Low, you know what? Miles was also somebody that had been wanting to battle me for a little bit, and I was kind of reluctant at first. Generally because I felt, I don't know, he hadn't battled in a while, and I just, you know, I was trying to go up, and then I thought about it and was like, you know what, I shouldn't even do shit like that. I don't like it when people are like, oh, I need to battle bigger names. I get that, but it's a good thing to just battle just different people just to do it. So I said yes, and Miles is a fucking cool kid, and, you know, we talked about it, set everything up. Came to the night of the battle, we battled each other. For those that don't know, he had a pretty big slip up in like the second round. I've been told that performance of mine was fucking hilarious and probably one of the best performances that I've ever given. So there's some irony there because that footage ends up not being online. Miles wanted it to get released, I think, more so out of respect to me, and shout outs to him for even saying that. The funny thing is that right after the battle, I talked to a friend, and that friend advised me that he did not think that the footage would go up online. This is like maybe 5 minutes after I'd stepped off stage, and I'm getting, you know, a lot of like respect and, you know, getting a lot of positive comments about the battle. And I mean, I just walked off stage and fucking people were busting a gut laughing. So I was like, oh, this is dope. This is really good. I'm feeling fantastic, and which is natural. And so this friend of mine says, I don't think the footage is going to go up. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why not? Why would the footage not go up? This is hilarious shit. And this friend told me that it probably wouldn't get put up because of the choke. It's not quality footage. So instinctively, I ran right over to OD and was like, "Are you gonna put the battle up?" And he pretty much told me flat out that he wasn't gonna put it up. Or he was like, "Oh, you know, what I'll do is I'll edit it and I'll put it in a highlight reel." And I was like, "Fuck, man, that's really whack. Like, this is a fucking huge performance. This is major. I mean, you know, we had a huge crowd outside, and it got really good. You know, I just got really good reactions, and it was just a dope battle. Well, I don't know. If maybe I'm being biased from my perspective because Miles obviously had the choke, and I can understand that. But I was upset. I was frustrated about it, and then the footage got fucking lost in translation, and you know, OD sent it someplace, and then somebody did something with it, and then the shit got deleted. I don't fucking know what the fuck happened. So I think like 2 seconds of the battle got posted in a highlight reel. In the same highlight reel, mind you, that a fucking toothless bum was freestyling on, and fucking B1 was spitting to the cops. Like that's where my highlight shit is at. People probably have never seen it because you have to deal with fucking a Jakasso freestyle, a fucking homeless bum spitting some shit. I mean, I don't even fucking know. It had like 13 different battles in there. Most of them were fucking whack aside from like the Quez Joey Jaws shit, because Quez's performance that night was fucking awesome. And I know Quez was pretty upset that his footage didn't go up either. You know, and I don't know, I was getting pretty salty on Facebook with OD for a little bit about it because I was really irritated. And again, it is what it is. You know, stuff like that doesn't happen. Of course, you're going to be upset for a little while. I just let it go. That's partially why I didn't battle Conflict until like September or October of that year, was because the whole bitterness from the whole Miles Lowe situation, feeling like, oh, if something happens, the fucking footage isn't going to go online. I don't want to deal with this bullshit. So there's the situation in its entirety. So Pen's going off to I think the military is going to I think like overseas to Japan or something like that. And he wanted to do his last battle, and he was asking around. And I think, you know, he hit up OD, and OD tried to set it up with Conflict at first. I think Conflict turned it down, not because, you know, either he thinks Pen is whack or like he thinks he's above Pen. I think Conflict is just looking for a different caliber of opponent now. You can see that like he went up against AB Hoggish, so I think he wants to battle maybe more street people that he can really test his mettle against and, you know, get really aggressive with and shit like that. And that's fine. I completely respect that. So he turned Penn down, and at the event where T-Rex battled, you know, Artie and Donnie that night, people were just throwing the idea at me, you should battle Penn, you should battle Penn, that'd be really dope. And a long time ago, actually, when I first started battling, OD had suggested that I battle Penn, and that actually turned into Penn battling Grinda, and I battled Ares. But I said, yeah, sure, why not? I've talked to Penn a bunch of times. He's a cool dude, you know. And so I figured, why the fuck not? And also, Penn's really easy to work with when it comes to setting up battles. He's not fucking, it's not back, forth. He's, you know, we got the date, and you know he'll be there. He's really reliable. He always shows up to his battles and shit. There's the irony. So that event, you know, took place, and he and I were supposed to battle. Penn didn't show up, but it, you know, he had some personal things that happened, and that type of shit happens to all of us. So, you know, we talked about it, and it's not a big deal at all. Hopefully we'll battle in the future. I know he's supposed to be coming out in the middle of this month, he was telling me. If AHAT won't do the battle, if we can't set it up to do some type of event, then I won't. Okay. If AHAT won't set up the event, you know, I'll find somebody to just videotape it on a fucking camera, and I'll just get a bunch of people together, and we'll just battle out in the street. Just to be able to battle Penn actually would be pretty cool, because I don't know, he gets a bad rap from people, I think, online, because he freestyles and shit, but he's freestyle battle like no can do. So I mean, and he's fucking dope. If he's barely even trying, that's something we have in fucking common. So I think it would be a fucking hilarious ass battle. I had a bunch of shit ready to go. I thought it was pretty good, and I'm sure he had fucking a bunch of crazy shit to make fun of me about, and it would have been funny, and I would have laughed. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm disappointed it didn't take place, especially since that kind of event that happened with all those other battles was kind of a lackluster event. So I think Penn and I battling in there alongside the battle that happened with like Kid Domes and Everybody Knows, the event would have probably really kind of gone up in its level. But unfortunately it didn't happen. You know, c'est la vie, we move on. hopefully he and I will get to battle, you know, before he takes off. It would be pretty fucking awesome. Call-outs. You know what, dude? I don't really do a lot of call-outs, you know. Probably just because I feel like I'd be jinxing myself. Like, you call somebody out and then you battle them and then you fucking suck ass. I'm always just worried about that. I mean, hello, called somebody out about choking, totally choked in the battle. Yeah, aside from that, as far as goals go, I think this is kind of laughable and probably most people think I'm too whack to do it. I would love to fucking battle in KOTD. That would be fucking... My aspiration has always been to go out of the country and battle somewhere. And I understand that some people do it. They have the money that they can pay for it and they can go do that stuff freely. I would like to do it not just because I can afford to do it. Like, you know, I want to be able to do it because I'm wanted at that event. Like, I would like for somebody to come to me and go, man, we'd really like to have you at this event. And not on some, like, arrogance type shit. I would want to earn that. You know, I would want somebody from another league to look at my footage and be like, man, this dude's pretty funny. We should have him come out. You know, I would like that. And then I think at that point I would feel like I could take battling, you know, a lot more seriously. So KOTD is kind of the aspiration because the crowd out there is so fucking crazy, and you know, it really seems like those guys are about their business and they know what they're doing. That's just, I don't know, from my perspective. I mean, it just seems really fucking polished. I can't look at any other battle league right now and see that same wavelength. I see all the other foreign leagues now emulating what KOTD does, and it's working. Don't flop and fucking, you know, just a lot of the different European leagues are doing that same shit. So that's my aspiration. You know, it's not really a question of who I want to battle in Vegas. It's where I want to take battling in general. And yeah, I would really like to battle in King of the Dot. That would be awesome. And I would really like to do 2-on-2s. I got into battling to do 2-on-2s. So any time now would be fucking great. I'll try to do anything once, especially if it's like performance related.
Gay porn.
Except that. Fuck you. Fucking peanut gallery over here.